you now.
Hello, today's the 23rd of November 2021. I'd like to discuss texting and driving. This is a topic that I've brought up a few times in the past. It is huge. It is something that causes many deaths. It's in the perhaps tens of thousands of deaths, probably in the country per year. Let that sink in. Per year, it may be a bit less than that nationwide, but certainly it is at least that number, and more likely more. We're talking tens of thousands of people worldwide dying per year solely and exclusively because of texting and driving. And when I say texting and driving, those younger folks that may not know, I mean device using, being on your phone, even if you're not using your fingers on your phone, even with your phone in your ear, holding your phone, even if you're not swiping away at social media posts and crap like that, and being on your iPhone, Android, tablet, iPad, whatever it is nowadays. It may be something else. If you're distracted with some sort of electronic device, you are, to me, texting and driving. Or if you want to call it something else, let's call it distracted driving with a device, or distracted driving using electronic device. Whatever the name you want to put it, the the outcome is the same. There are tens of thousands of deaths per year worldwide because of distracted driving with a electronic device. So think about that, let that sink. And I wanted to address, many of us text and drive distracted. I recognize that. No matter how much we speak of it, we say we outlaw it, from grandmas, grandpas, down to the youngest folks that are able to use a device, which is pretty young. But I mean driving folks. So basically, from the youngest age to the oldest, we're doing this. We're using devices while driving. I mean, I know many family members that do, perhaps most, if not all. And this is disturbing. The amount of people that use devices while driving is probably too staggering to even mention. I'm talking about up in the high 90s, perhaps more. The people that actually obey this law is pretty much insignificant as far as I can tell, per my experience. So this is disturbing. This is something that's going to probably stick around for many generations, years, probably. Hope not. I hope everyone learned tomorrow and stopped texting and driving distracted. And perhaps all these deaths come down to zero. I believe, certainly, that if the whole world stopped texting and driving, or driving distracted with electronic devices, phones, whatever, the amount of deaths due to that, of course, would come to a screeching halt. Think about it. Do you want to be part of the problem? Do you want to perhaps die because you want to send off that text, that last media post, social media post, whatever? Or worse, do you want to be the one responsible for the deaths of others because of your stupidity? I certainly don't want to be in that situation. But please don't text and drive. Please tell others not to text and drive while you're in the vehicle, whether you are driving, whether you are the passenger. You can still tell the driver, don't text and drive. It doesn't matter if they don't like it. It doesn't matter if they won't like you as much after you tell them that. Life and limb comes first. Having said that, I will tell you that texting while driving on a residential road, on a city street, anywhere else, is just as dangerous, even at low speed, as texting and driving on a highway going at high speed. I believe these wholeheartedly. Look it up. And the reason I tell you this is because at low speed, you think you may be safer and you think you might be cool to text and drive, or to be driving a little distracted because you're going at low speed. But guess what? You can still run off the road, as I have done and many of you have done as well. Because of your distraction, you may hit a pedestrian when you run off the road. Even if you don't run off the road, you may hit a pedestrian because they're crossing the street and you don't see them on time. You may run off the road, hit a biker, hit a bicycle, with a kid, with a person, and perhaps kill that person or child, heavens forbid. So please don't do it. You don't want to be the one with that kind of load on your conscience, with that kind of record. That's going to just destroy everything you plan for, destroy the things that you cherish, and it may land you a very long prison sentence. Don't do it. Driving distracted is dangerous, whether it's on the highway at high speed or low speed. Last thing I want to say to wrap this up, driving at high speed on the highway, those of you that may think that you're a little safer on the highway at high speed because there's no pedestrians around, you may think whatever, but guess what? You're going at high speed, my friend. You're going at a highway level speed, most likely than not. So every mistake you make is going to be magnitudes of worse outcome. It's going to be magnitudes more of destruction and wreck. Yes, there are no pedestrians, but guess what? You also may have passengers. You have yourself in the car. Isn't that enough to protect your life and limb? I mean, to me, that's enough. I just have to be the only one in the car. Not only that, but you are also driving around others. The highway is filled with other drivers, if you haven't noticed, and they are also they may be driving distracted. Most likely they are. So you don't want to be part of the problem. You don't want to be crashing into a distracted driver when you're distracted yourself. You want to be the one out there basically looking out for others, not to mention looking out for yourself. So don't be stupid. Don't make the mistakes many have made, including myself. Put that damn phone away. Put that damn iPad or whatever else it is in your time and day that you use. Put it away while you're driving. Wait until self-driving vehicles. If you could afford one of these self-driving vehicles, As of 2021 today, you know, guess what? You still cannot be distracted because you have to watch and make sure that vehicle is operating correctly and doing what it's supposed to do. There have been accidents of self-driving vehicles unattended by a person kill someone else. Look it up. Uber was testing a self-driving vehicle with a person on board that was, guess what? Distracted. Guess what? Doing what? Being on her phone. So the car did not detect a bike rider on the street in the middle of the night or late at night. I'm not sure. I think it was in California somewhere, but this occurred, I believe, 2017, 2018. Look it up. So it's real and it's out there. It's not as public and publicized as it should be. I believe they should bring the point home every time it happens in the news and whatever. You just don't hear it, but it's out there, my friends. It's on the statistics. You have to just look it up on the websites, online, on the news sites, whatever reputable and trusted source you think you have is going to have some sort of news and statistics on people dying on the road because they're distracted while driving. Don't do it. Thank you very much. Hello, I would like to bring up again the subject of distracted driving while using a electronic device or texting and driving. And I want to tell you that you don't want to be the one hitting a person, hitting another vehicle, hitting a pedestrian, a bicyclist, or someone in a motorcycle, perhaps hurt them, perhaps worse. You can kill someone easily with a vehicle. In case you did not know, a vehicle is very, very effective at killing people at speeds, especially at speeds over 30 miles an hour. Think about that. How often are you going at 30 miles an hour while you drive? Or less than 30 miles an hour. Not too often, right? So most of the time that you're driving, you can potentially kill someone with the vehicle. So don't do it. Don't text and drive. I want to bring up this small personal experience to see if I can get through your head on this. I mean, I killed myself a rabbit because of distracted driving. I ran over a rabbit and killed it because of distracted driving. I ran over a snake because of distracted driving. You do not want to be the one running someone over. You don't want to be the one having to deal with the death of someone, or you don't want to be the one dying and making everyone around you, your loved ones, family members, suffer because you are distracted driving. You don't want to be the one doing any of this. I mean, yes, I bring up the story. It may be silly to some of running over animals. Animals are alive as well, just as you are and people around you. Animals don't deserve to die. They also have offspring, just like you may or may not have kids. They also have the right to stay alive. Certainly they have the right not to be killed by an idiot driver. that's utterly distracted. Again, I have done this myself. Distracted driving is real. I extremely, and I beg you not to do it. This is something that is an epidemic, bigger, yes, I said it, bigger than the coronavirus. Why do I say it? Because it has been going on forever. It has been going on since at least since smartphones came about, or phones where you can text came about. How long ago do you think that was? 20 something years already. So don't do it. You can kill not only animals, but you can kill people with your vehicle driving by accident. You don't want to be the one responsible for this, trust me. So be careful out there. Don't text and drive. Thank you very much.